Mornings around here start pretty slow. It's really one of my favorite things about homeschooling. We try to leave space for snuggles and chatting before our day gets moving. Most mornings he helps us make breakfast, just cracking eggs, stirring, really just being a part of whatever we're doing to get breakfast on the table.
That was easy.
Inviting him into learning these life skills is really important to me. This is the time in our day when we read the Bible as a family and discuss and pray together. Sometimes he asks questions and is involved, and other days he's not really paying attention and just eats his breakfast and runs off. Right after breakfast, the kids complete their morning chores. He has simple ones like tidying his room, getting dressed, and combing his hair, but he really loves taking ownership of that and having his own chart to check off. We all gather together for what we call morning time, and this is really just when all the kids have something to do and a place at the table. I start by showing them what we're going to be doing that day using our daily rhythm cards and giving them all their morning menus. He really loves to look out the window and chart the weather and what it feels like and if it's sunny. As the older kids are doing poetry and a lot of writing and things, I have him doing some letter work using Wonder of Nature.
And the first stanza. And I'll do the letter B.
I love offering him anything that is multisensory, so using a dry erase marker or using Play-Doh to shape letters over using a pencil. Each week in nature study, we sing a song and do a little hand rhyme, which he loves to be a part of. So this week we're singing about a little plant and planting a seed. And we always include lots of hands-on projects. So today we are preparing to plant a bean seed in a jar to watch its growth.
There we go, just like that. We don't want it to drop all the way in the water.
After morning time, we have a break, and I always encourage the kids to get outside and get some movement, ride their bikes, run in the woods, before we gather back in for lessons. Our next portion of the day is when Huck and I sit down and do a little bit of handwriting and some phonics work. This usually takes 10 or 15 minutes. On this day, he wanted to take some of his work outside on the porch, so we sat out there and did some reading practice together. One of our favorite parts of our day is what we like to call milk and coffee hour. This is when I make myself a coffee and milk for the little ones, and we find a cozy place to sit and we read from a big stack of books. On this particular day, I also brought out our flashcards, and they were working on matching uppercase and lowercase together.
far away, he saw the blue little green worm.
When I read Little Bear, we happened to have a second copy, and so he wanted to track the words with his finger while I read, which I of course said yes to because that is really good practice for reading and fluency.
Bear. Liza, where's Mother Bear? He began to climb down and saw 4 little.
Over lunch, I usually read our family read aloud, and depending on the book, he'll get really interested, or sometimes he'll eat his lunch and then ask to be excused and run off and play.
It's fabulous, said Augustus, taking
This particular time, he was very interested because we were reading Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
shooting up inside of it head first like a torpedo.
Math practice at this age usually looks like baking and counting rocks that he collects or playing games, but he is really interested in math, and so we often do a little worksheet math practice in the afternoon. Really, the rest of his day is spent in free play. A lot of that time is spent outside in our backyard, running through the creek, building forts in the woods, playing imagination games with his siblings. Some of that is also inside. His favorite things to play inside are Legos, Magnetiles, and anything with small characters or cars that he can do a lot of pretend play. Our evening wraps up with dinner together and a few evening chores, and then spending some time together either reading or playing and getting tucked in bed around 8 o'clock.